You want to get it kicked off with the top 20 films of 2025?
Yes, I do. Last episode, you see, Kale, one of the final topics we talked about was his top 20 films so far in 2025.
And just to give you a quick refresher, I'll run through what my top 5 were. And that was Bring Her Back, Superman, Warfare, Now Weapons, and then Fantastic Four, followed by Mickey 17, Wolfman, Sinners, Thunderbolts, and so on.
So that's Kale. You got his top 5, and you listed that in like reverse order, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm a countdown from 20. Let me pull my little list up here.
Okay.
I have a couple of honorable mentions to start us off. Honorable mentions. Dogman was released this year. I went and saw it. I didn't really know where to put it, just because like I really wasn't going to see it for my own enjoyment.
Okay.
I was there for a kid, so it was fine movie. I don't know where to put it. I'll put some respect on Dogman's name though. Other two films are re-releases. Revenge of the Sith, just because it was re-released and I had a good time watching it in theaters. This next one I saw for the first time this year, and I thought if it wasn't a re-release, it'd be maybe in my top 10. Brokeback Mountain. Everybody, the gay cowboy movie. It is a movie filled with such emotion, and like, it's at its core, you want to break it down, it's a love story about two people at a time where they can't love, or else people would literally probably murder them. And seeing them try to, and it just not work out over a number of years, and like they get to live their own separate lives at a certain point. It's a sad movie. In the ending, you're just like, oh man, like, and there are moments in that movie where it's like you want to be like, come on, just say it, you love each other, okay? Happy times, but it's just not the right time period for them throughout the whole film. And beautiful movie. But getting into my top 20, starting off, number 20 through like, I don't know, 16 is kind of like, if you're curious, watch it, but I'm not going to really recommend it or say, go watch this movie. Number 20, Captain America Brave New World. Some people like the movie more than me. I was just extremely disappointed with it. I think it had severe narrative issues and made some choices that I'm like, why'd you do that? I think the leader is not really a Captain America villain. I think he's a Hulk or Avengers villain. And I just don't think it worked. I think it could have been much better. I also was really looking forward to seeing Sam Wilson as Captain America and thought he could have had a much better film. Number 19, Love Hurts, action comedy. Ke Kwan, one of his big starring roles. Kind of just a paint-by-numbers action comedy movie. Feels a little like a random Netflix streaming release movie that got put in theaters. 18, a Minecraft movie. I'm not that big a fan of it, but it gets ranked above the other two because of the religious-like experience that was seeing it in theaters opening night. Like, I'm sitting there, and everybody else is having, like, the Sunday sermon done. They're all breaking out in tongues like chicken jockey and stuff like that, and I'm sitting there in the middle of it, so that was at least fun. Number 17, How to Train Your Dragon, the live-action remake. It's fine. I just put it at 17 because it's just a live-action version of the animated movie, and it loses a little bit of that sauce that you get with an animated film. So, like, I just put it at 17 because it's like, it's fine, but just go watch the animated movie, The animation is beautiful. You get a little bit more sauce with the animation in a lot of films, and live-action remakes can often lose some of the magic. But it's a fine movie. Number 16, Death of a Unicorn. fine movie, just kind of basic. And I put it above the last 4 films that I talked about, just because maybe it was a little more enjoyable than those and a little more competent. Number 15, we have Eddington. Eddington was originally really low when I first created this list, but as I thought about all the other movies on the list, it climbed to number 15. And it's a fine movie. As we break into like the top 15, these are all movies that I'd be like 15 through, say, 11. If you're curious, go ahead. Number 14, Sorry Baby. It's a drama film about something terrible happening and having to go on living afterward with yourself and with everybody around you. And it's just not my typical film that I go to see in theaters, but it was really well, and I felt like ranking it lower than where I put it was a little criminal, so it's at number 14. It's just the next 13 movies, I'd say I enjoyed watching a whole lot more, because I'm kind of going off where I think the film is at a level of like, this is a good movie, and how much I enjoyed watching it. Number 13, I feel like this might get Kale a little, be like, huh? The Monkey? I really enjoyed just the goofy-ass deaths and stuff that were happening throughout that movie. I thought it was funny. And we're going to follow it up with another goofy-ass death movie, Final Destination Bloodlines. We got the duo of death right there.
Damn, that climbed.
Yeah, it did climb. Final Destination Bloodlines at number 12. Maybe I should put Sorry Baby in front of those two. Just like on a competency level, but in terms of enjoyment, I think I enjoyed those 2 watches better than Sorry
Your
Baby.
list.
Number 11, I have Companion, which I thought was a fine movie.
Yeah.
And then we break into the top 10. 10 through 6, this is a gentle go watch that movie. It's good. Number 10, we have Wes Anderson's latest, The Phoenician Scheme. Quirky Wes Anderson film. Enjoyable. Number 9, Fantastic Four: First Steps. Good comic book movie. Not what I would call my favorite Marvel movie of the year, though. Number 8, The Bad Guys 2. Gotta have a little animation love in here. The Bad Guys 2 could have been a very paint-by-number sequel. It's a kid's movie, so it is a little bit, but it does it right in the style of The Bad Guys. And fun movie. And it sets up for a third movie that you're like, oh, we really gonna keep going and make it interesting. Number 7. This film was technically released in 2023, but only at a film festival. And it finally got its theatrical release this year. So I feel like that counts.
Yeah.
Hell of a Summer. I believe it was co-directed Finn Wolfhard and like a friend of his or a business partner or something made Hell of a Summer. And it's a fun, enjoyable slasher comedy. I went into this movie not expecting much, but I thought it was just really funny. I feel like a lot of people, it's kind of going to be like give or take. Maybe
Finn Wolfhard and Billy Brick.
That's it. And I just had such a good time watching that movie. Number 6, Thunderbolts, The New Avengers. To me, that's my favorite Marvel movie of the year. Just because I felt some of the themes carried a little better than Fantastic Four. Number 5, top 5, go out and watch this movie right now. That's my opinion for top 5. Number 5, Weapons. Really good horror movie. Number 4, Warfare. Probably gonna be considered for years to come one of the best films about war in the 21st century. It's authentic. Maybe it's not commenting on much. It's more or less just about the soldiers who fought it. And I'd say definitely educate yourself on like why they're in that war and stuff like that. Don't just watch it and be like, make up your own narrative and stuff like that. Educate yourself about why we were in Iraq and stuff like that.
Or hell, just make up your own narrative. That would also make it fun.
Yeah. But Warfare was a really good movie. Really tight movie. Good stuff. Number 3, Mickey 17. From the trailers, I thought it was going to be like this goofy comedy type thing that just had like sci-fi as a backdrop. No, you get into this movie, it's a sci-fi movie. It's got some funny stuff in it for sure, but it is a sci-fi movie, like classical sci-fi using science fiction to talk about the human condition and stuff like that.
Absolutely, it is.
Ended up really loving that movie. Number 2, Sinners. I just loved how original this was for like a blockbuster style movie. Like, this was a big tentpole picture. And most of the time in the past like decade, it's been superhero movies. But to see Sinners, this cool period piece vampire movie, become this tentpole studio film, loved it. Loved it. I mean, some people online are like, oh, you gotta give, it takes so much from Dusk Till Dawn. I'm like, sure, art inspires art, but you can't discredit anything that Sinners does, in my opinion. It's a great movie that stands on its own 2 legs, and I loved every second of watching it. Number 1, hot take, but this is my list, Superman.
'Cause I'm a punk rocker, yes I am.
Yeah, I've seen Superman 6 times now.
Brazy.
I had to go spread the word. I had to take a few people along the way, so it wasn't just me. But I loved Superman. It's probably my personal favorite of the year. Not what I would call like, oh, the best cinematic picture of the year, but I'm going off of my enjoyment of these movies, and it's probably the one that I've enjoyed the most this year. So that's Hamm's top 20 of 2025 so far. Roast me in the comments if you will, or tell me how based I am. Don't care. Give me your top 20. Me and him have both shared now, so it's time for yours.
Absolutely, yeah. Comment your top 20 films of 2025 if you've seen 20 films of 2025.